Hello everyone, this is Krota giving you a shoutcast and a 2v2 matchup. A Human Orc versus Orc Undead here on Wetlands. And wow, I guesstimated that pretty well. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at the positions. That's why I had this up there. Oh, let's go down here. Let's see the game from everyone's perspective. And now let's also turn on ally colors because we do have two people playing the same race. Cow spawning as the red human here on the top right hand side of the map. Meanwhile, over here on the bottom right, we do have Scamp spawning as the... let's do that color one more time. Red Orc. Meanwhile, on the bottom left, we see Ted, everyone's favorite undead player who came out of retirement after military service, I believe, spawning as the purple undead. And finally, we have Fly spawning as the purple orc. So orc undead versus human orc, everything except for night elf in this 2v2 matchup. Now, Wetlands does make for a rather interesting 2v2 matchup. The reason being is the odd map positioning. You are just as close to your opponent as you are to your ally, so there is no common shared choke points. There's no really safe way to actually move out. We are going to see perhaps these players play a little bit defensively, or perhaps try to move together as much as possible. Now, there is one saving grace. This particular goblin merchant shop is very, very easy to creep out for human players. Unfortunately for Cow, though, Cow is actually going to be trying to creep out up a hill towards his opponent. And if Fly does make a move over here, he would be able to shut down many of those peasants. We'll see if Cow does try and risk it as a grunt already now on the move. Coming back over here, Ted is opening up and getting up at Necropolis. Not quite sure why the Tomb of Relics actually looks so odd and strange. Perhaps a little bit different there as we are going into another ziggurat. One thing to note, Ted is not going into double Tombs of Relics as we have seen him go in the past, as the Archmage now getting off some easy shots on this grunt. Alright, Archmage now able to push back that grunt. We are going to see them perhaps try to creep out this 4-2-2 creep camp. Not going to be able to do all too much as the grunt is poking its head in to get a little bit of scouting information, but not very much more. One footman does take a blow from the axe of that grunt as we are now going to see an engagement come in. The Blade Master already in on the inside. Death Knight waiting to come back out. We can see some long distance creeping coming in here as Ted now taking some damage on his Crypt Fiend. Coming back over here, Grunt now being forced to pull back once more as both sides are still doing a little bit of fighting. A Ziggurat or a Nerubian Tower actually able to get off a slow shot on a Blade Master, making it very, very difficult for that Blade Master to do any proper harassing. Now Archmage is looking to come in, perhaps going to bring in some footmen as well. Tauren Chieftain coming in from Fly. So Fly with the Tauren Chieftain, that is not your typical strategy at all. But what this is going to do is it's going to make the Undead and the Orc armies move that much more quickly between Unholy Aura and Endurance Aura. Blade Master now getting the heck out of there as the Water Elemental now trying to get away. Crypt Fiends get off some easy free shots, and there you go. So both sides just poking at each other, trying to get proper positioning. Blade Master now looking to come in, perhaps get off some easy shots on that Tauren Chieftain. Death Knight does not have Unholy Aura just quite yet, and you can see the damage is being dealt. There's the Dust of Appearance. There's a Death Coil as the Blade Master at level 1 at 79 hit points does move away and now using up that healing salve. Alright, it looks like one footman may get taken down. There is a Death Coil there as the Death Knight gets off some experience. The Blade Master still has to be very careful as it is going to get hit, and now no more healing salve for it. Needs to regenerate more hit points. Meanwhile, the Death Knight getting a healing salve from the Tauren Chieftain, as we are still seeing the red human player and the red orc player try to do that harassment. It looks like the snare casters will be falling here in just a moment. Blade Master still regenerating some hit points. And what will he do now? He is going to get out some easy shots there, going after a grunt. He is low on mana, down to 110. Only one more Windwalk, maybe two if he times them well. As Cow now moves his way off to the top left, perhaps to do a bit of harassment. We now see an upgrade to Stronghold, already upgrade to Halls of the Dead, as the Blade Master is looking to run away. Tauren Chieftain now coming over, and with the Speed Scroll and Endurance Aura, should be able to get into position very easily. Crypt Fiends able to get off a bunch of easy shots here. There is one Necrolite. That Necrolite does have relatively low hit points, and it is the prime target for Scamp to try and kill steal. It looks as though the Blade Master will be forced to retreat down to 59. Death Knight now sitting at level 2 gets a Cloak of Shadows. Not a very good item at all, and now we see just a couple Hermits left behind. Archmage now caught in a very sticky situation. Is he going to perhaps be able to sneak out as the Tauren Chieftain may be able to get us around here? That is no good, and the Tauren Chieftain with a whole bunch of grunts. Oh, a beautiful, beautiful surround coming in from Fly as the Footman now wandering back around again. All right, let's take a look at the strategy here. We are already at Stronghold. We can see a Shadow Hunter has been added. Meanwhile, we are already at Keep. A Mountain King is already being trained as well. We see 1-1 heroes, and it is going to be another 1-1 combination from the human side. Meanwhile, the Tauren Chieftain still sitting at level 1. Death Knight sitting at level 2, getting close to level 3. And now the Tauren Chieftain is here to creep out this Necrolite creep camp. If this Tauren Chieftain can pick up perhaps a Tome of Experience, that will shift things around significantly, as we are going to see the Necrolite get taken down. Tome of Strength being left behind. Level 2 now, however, on that Tauren Chieftain. Back over here, Blade Master and Shadow Hunter doing a bit of creeping. It looks like the Necrolite is the last thing to be left behind. Mountain King and Archmage, are they going to be able to do any damage? Any true Stormbolt? Stormbolt on a Grunt, but this is such a war of numbers as Speed Scroll now being utilized. The Tauren Chieftain now getting a stomp on the Mountain King. Mountain King will end up getting surrounded here. Beautiful timing by Fly. And even though we are going to see Scamp now try to move in, I believe the Footman, no Scroll Teleport now being used. The Mountain King did in fact fall. One Grunt does go down. Another Sheep, however, was not, or was that a Seal? Couldn't quite tell. A Hex unit was not taken down there. I guess that's I think that's a Pig, right? Yeah, there you go. Now pulling back. So far, the Militia now pulling back off over here. We can see Skeletal Minions are getting taken down. Archmage still sitting at level 1. Tauren Chieftain sitting at level 2. Shadow Hunter sitting at level 1. And now Speed Scroll and a Death Coil coming in from a level 3 Death Knight, healing up 400 hit points. And wow, if the Tauren Chieftain gets to level 3, we will have 2 level 3 heroes versus 3 level 1s and 1 level 2. That is never a good situation to be in, especially since Fly and Ted have superior numbers. Down goes one Water Elemental. Tauren Chieftain still dancing around here. Sorceress are ready. We can see that the unit move formation is actually on. So the Sorceress are actually in the back. That is not a good place for them to be. Speed Scroll now being used, and it does counteract that slow. Will they be able to get away? A nice stomp onto 3 more units there. Tauren Chieftain now sitting at level 3 in a little bit of a pig form, as we are going to see some of those units now get taken down. Tauren Chieftain low on mana. Perhaps we'll see a greater potion of mana transferred. If that Tauren Chieftain gets another greater potion of mana off, 2 more stomps could pretty much end the game already. Sorceress now trying to fight back. Crypt Fiends are doing a great job focus firing units from the backfield. Grunt, Crypt Fiends, such a strong combination, especially with Tauren Chieftain, Unholy Aura, and Endurance Aura moving around so fast. Both sides still fighting it up. We can see a Lich was now out, laying down Frost Armor, making it difficult for the Blade Master or any melee hero to actually deal damage. Grunt may get focused down to 23 hit points, down to 24. It looks like it could get taken down. There goes one. Come on, there goes the Grunt, as we now see the Archmage and Mountain King has fallen. Things are not going good for Scamp at all. Either is it going well for Cow, as pretty much all of the heroes have been taken down. You can see a level 2 Shadow Hunter is in the mix. Where is that Blade Master? I believe that Blade Master may have actually been taken down earlier, as the Shadow Hunter now trying to come back in. There goes that Sorceress. A large number of Crypt Fiends now just pushing in down, able to push over that Arcane Vault, and that will pretty much be it, folks. Archmage shouldn't even perhaps make it out. Tauren Chieftain at level 4, Death Knight at level 4. When you are at level 4 to level 1, unless you are absolutely magical with your micro, there's no real way that you can actually get back into the Shadow Hunter trying to fight a war on 2 fronts. Crypt Fiends now swarming over. You can see how fast those units are with both Endurance Aura and Unholy Aura, just stacking up on top of each other. Movement speed should be very fast. Yeah, both of them are very fast at this point, even without Speed Scrolls and even without Boots of Speed on these heroes. All right, units still backing away. it looks like they will be able to do exactly that and catch a couple units in transit. Blade Master may once again get taken down. Kodo Beast is out, does chomp on a Kodo, and now these units will be in full retreat. All right, 10-minute mark. Things are looking very up and up for Fly and Ted. Blade Master now perhaps trying to come in with a steal of some sort, but the Archmage is the only hero out. No Brilliance or Amines at the Sorceress. Don't even have the benefit of extra mana at this point. So far, they're going to be trying to charge up here. Crypt Fiends, Lich, Destroyers, Tauren Chieftain. Try hero. When your opponent's level 2nd hero is greater or equal in experience than your primary hero, that is always a bad position to be in, as it looks as though Ted and Fly will be winning this game, and in a simple mass dominance here on Wetlands. So far, it looks like, yes, the Crypt Fiends are absorbing some of the damage from those Sorceress. Down they go. Militia now being called over is a last-ditch effort, unless those militia all have Immolation Aura, and I don't know how that could ever happen. There's no way to really stop this attack based upon the numbers. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed Game 1 in this 2v2 series.